welcome to another episode of Street Voice, where we look at strengths, developments, and views on topical issues. I am Ajetomowo Akintobowo. Join me on the streets as we voice your view on today's topic.
For me, I would like to lay blames on both parties, both the parents, both the government. But you know that when a child is growing up, the parents, they have a greater responsibility to ensure that they show them the right path of life to follow. You discover that these days, when the father goes to work, the mother goes to work, the children, they go to school. By the time they come back, who takes care of them? Who even asks what happened in school today? And then the kind of friends they now begin to keep. You understand? They begin to pick some habits. When you are very thorough with your child at home before he or she starts school, sometimes our parents, they relax, thinking that they have gotten to a level where they will no longer imbibe bad morals. But that is not true. But because by the time they go out, they begin to mix with friends, peer group and all that. They start introducing them to some of these narcotics. And you discover that they start doing some of the negative things. And by the time they go to school and come back, who now looks at them to now be able to detect, what is the matter with you? You are looking sober, you are looking moody, what happened in school today, and all that. Because in the process of asking this question, you now find out that all is not well with our children. You understand? And if nothing is done, and you allow them to now continue to grow with having this habit, it becomes worse. Because in school, what do they do in school? All they do is make sure you teach them. And once that is done, nobody cares anymore about anything.
You can't blame the government because the government don't know anything about drugs. You blame the parents because it depends the way he brought your son or your daughter up. Charity begins at home. If your son or your daughter doesn't take drugs at home, you cannot take it outside. Because we're supposed to blame our mothers and our parents.
For the child to grow in a parental atmosphere, you know, the parent first, the language and everything about the parent will be seen. You know, if the parent is a smoker, definitely the child must be a smoker. So it goes from the parent to the child. When you smoke, or you probably send your child to go and buy cigarettes, definitely the child will learn how to smoke. So I could see a lot of videos on the internet when you see a child that smokes and all that. It's because the parent too is teaching the child how to smoke. They smoke weed and they smoke cigarettes and all kinds of things. So it's very important for the parent to know that things that they train for, the way they train a child will go down to the society.
Government has a lot because they've not actually made it possible for parents. Well, every parent that are there hustling. See, okay, like for instance, in the situation we are now, there's no money anywhere, and those parents that are out there working for a living, so they don't know what the children are doing at home. That's the problem. If there's no enabling environment, no at all from the government, at all. So everybody's on your own. You are on your own. Children are on their own. Parents are on their own. Everything has gone haywire. That's just easy from the government from the onset. They did not make provision for these children. They don't even make provision for the parents. So we are just like an orphan. Even Nigeria, we're just like, we don't have parents. No parents. The government is supposed to be our parents, but they are not there. So the parents that are busy hustling to take care of these children, while the children, the society is taking care of them as in bad boys.
I think both should be blamed. And I wouldn't say the government alone. I wouldn't say the parents alone. I believe if parents can train children well, that will lead us to having a country that is free from all manner of ills and immoralities. So, for the parents' duties, I would say that parents should be able to understand their children well, because sometimes these children can easily be influenced by others. So, know who they are associating with. Whatever you are teaching them, and then they are learning something outside, you should be able to know once there's a change of behavior. You should be able to know what wrong things that are doing, where are they going to, which wrong place are they going to. So that's for the parents, teaching them the word of God, encouraging them to do the right things. Then for the government, you know, the government has its own role. Probably, I would say the government putting laws in place that would actually help to check this, because sometimes I feel when children think they have all the freedom to do nonsense and then they can get away with it, they would actually want to do all of this. So when there are laws that would guide them and then make them to be careful, then I think everybody will be okay, everybody will be fine. So the government has its role to play, and then parents, father, mother, uncle, auntie, even the school have their role to play, everyone, to make the country a better place.
The upbringing of the home. If the father and the mother is the responsibility of taking care of their children, telling them what is good and what is bad, I think it will reduce about drug effect in Nigeria. And the government, if government provide good jobs, education, at least it will cover up the drug abuse in Nigeria.
Presently, we have a lot of NGOs that has been established to be able to rehabilitate people to stop smoking. So we should have a lot of NGOs that are established more in Nigeria, not outside Nigeria, to be able to train people to stop and to be able to train children growing up on how to stop drug abuse. It's very important.
What governments need to do is to try to do more, to put more effort so that drug abuse will be reduced in our society. You see, especially our youth today, they should create job. If I'm busy with my job, if I have at least, if I can cater for myself, right? Government, I will not think of a drug or to go and abuse myself or whatever unnecessary something. So I think government need to invest then to cater for the people in the society. They should create job. Let our youth have job. Let our youth have enough something to do.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Street Voice. I am Adetomowo Akintomowo. Till I come your way again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on Clear TV. Bye for now.